spell it?
Yeah, Michael Moreno, Michael Moreno. So the East Side neighborhood, we own Moreno's General Store. My parents started it in 1985, so I was grown up with it. Came on full-time, full board in 92. Actually, my childhood home is only a half a block away from where the store is currently. Yeah, mom and dad were born here. Well, dad was born in Texas and mom was born here in Greeley. I don't know, I think my mother, my grandfather, he had owned the Greeley Food Center, which was established, well, back in the 60s, I want to believe, back in those days. And so mom was around it the whole time. And I just think dad just went along with the idea, so. They've been here their whole lives. Yeah. Both my grandparents were here again. They had started a Greeley Food Center back in the days, so they've just been rooted here, all my family. Dad was working for Montfort back when Montfort was really big here in town. And then he had started Pete's Drywall and they were remodeling when they shut down. And then they started the store after. So in the neighborhood, we did all the arts picnics, the Cinco de Mayos, the Greeley Blues Jam. We've done all the events for the city, and that's, basically growing up since '85 doing the store, that was all part of our lives. When I was younger, there was nothing after 35th Avenue, so it was all farmland after that. Yeah. So it was all real tight, you'd ride your bikes around town. I mean, we all just kind of went to the park. Sunrise Park is right next to us there. So growing up, that was all our area. So I went to Greeley Catholic School, kindergarten through 5th grade, and then I went to Maplewood, and then I went to John Evans Junior High, and then graduated at Greeley Central.
Okay. So none of the schools within the Sunrise neighborhood?
No. Just the Greeley Catholic School. That was by St. Peter's Church right off of Night.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that there was a school there.
Yeah, I'm old.
I've been trying to research, the churches and everything.
Yeah.
You find out so much.
Yeah, St. Peter's, where St. Peter's Catholic Church is, the school was across the street.
Okay.
So a lot of changes have been, gone out west, obviously. So the whole core of the east side of Greeley is really the same. So we've had, the Sunrise Park is there, Jefferson School is still there. Now it's converted into a high school, now a junior high school. But the whole residential community is still there. There's really hasn't been a lot of changes to the east side of town in a lot of years. Yeah. And just the whole growth obviously grows out west. Yeah, all the families knew each other. Like I said, it was all within a bike ride distance between families or a walk. So yeah, all the families knew each other from, just years of growing up together. And really today, I could probably mention a good chunk of families that are still there. Yeah. The parents are still there my friends, the parents, they're still living in the same houses that they grew up with. So obviously, times change, people move out and grow up, different things. But where we're at the store, we see all the different generations. So we've got to know 3-4 generations of these families, and they're all still pretty tight-knit and still there. So it's good to see. A lot of them, still come back even though they've gone out and moved out of town, out of the area. Oh, yeah.
And they still,
it's funny. Yeah, they make the trip, if they can. Even a lot of groups out of Denver, they'll come, and if they're coming around this area, they will stop by just to say hi and see if we're still there. So like I said, Dad was working for Montfort at the time, and then started his own business when they shut down, and a drywall business. And it was just one of those things where Mom was used to the grocery store when she grew up, and it was kind of an easy transition for them. And Dad decided to find a building and start putting product in it and start selling product. And that was in '85. So, yeah, there was a few. You have the Big R was downtown or down there by us, and then us. But we were more of we didn't sell all the fertilizers and stuff like that. But we sold the groceries, the common stuff that a person in our area really needed. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it was kind of cool how they all decided to do this. Correct. So the catering, the food started, so Dad started the store in 85, with just, like I said, the general merchandise part of the store. And then in about 1990, I want to say, we started selling food. And Dad started making actually Mexican food out of that store. And then through the years, it just blew up and took off. And so that's where all the food started back in the early 90s. I think he got bored about just selling groceries and wanting to do something. We had the kitchen there, and so then he started coming up with his dishes. So
Are they all family recipes?
that's all family, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Were they
So
his recipes or were
they're all
passed
Dad's
down?
recipes, yeah.
And you still use all those?
And we
today?
still use them all today.
That's great.
Yep.
I remember the food being really good.
Yeah.
So that's great that you guys still have that.
Yep.
Around, like,
Yeah,
like that.
as a kid, part of it, at the park, Sunrise Park, we had tennis courts, basketball courts, all that, and me and a lot of the guys got together. We all played baseball for Central, so we'd sit there in the tennis courts and play baseball out of them. Or they even had the swimming pool there still at Sunrise, and we would all go swimming. And like I said, we all got together in that neighborhood and just did kid stuff. But it was a fun time. So, and then growing up, being part of the store, just starting to react or interact with customers and getting to know people, and then now seeing how it progressed through my older years and seeing all the young kids coming in that remember us back when they were babies.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. Yeah, just same thing, being told what to do and having to go do it. So, yeah, but just doing the stuff, just hanging out and trying to escape to go play ball somewhere. And
Yeah, so it sounds like the park is kind of like the focal point.
Correct.
The focal gathering point.
yeah, it was. The park was, and then like I said, Jefferson. It was a Jefferson Elementary School is what it was back when I was growing up, and they have a big field in the back too. And we always played football back there, or some other kind of sports.
Yeah, I know it's fenced in now, but it must
Correct.
not have been.
No, it was open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great field space for
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah. On the east side of town, no, not really. It was just it was the park, the school, and then Central. When I was in high school and stuff. But yeah, as far as other buildings around there, not really, nothing that I can. I mean, we had the old skating rinks back then, so we had Warnorco North and West, or Warnorco West was out. There was two of them here in town, but other than that, there was a lot of arcades that we used to go to back in the day, but then I'm dating myself because that's really old.
Hey, arcades are coming back.
Right?
Bringing back old school arcades.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I was just at 16-bit like the other week.
Yeah.
So, and that's
Yeah.
like all the classic like Atari,
Yep.
like
Yep.
what is it, like the centipede, like.
Oh yeah.
And the young, my young 5-year-old, she loves them. She goes in there and she like.
Yeah. Yeah, it was huge back in our days.
They're coming back.
Yeah,
They're coming back. All right.
So you had the old ice factory. Trinidad Bean Factory is down by us. Those are the two oldest buildings that I really know of that are just there. They're still there today. They're still all there.
Yeah.
But
Do you know if they were still active while you were growing up?
I think the ice factory was, because I remember Dad was getting ice from, I think, them at that particular time. Trinidad Bean was still working. I don't know what they are now. Yeah, it's the east side of town. It's an old industrial area that probably was booming back in the days, and it's just they're still standing, but whether they're being used, I don't know. Torn down now. I really do think everything is still there.
Still there, yeah.
Just I don't know what it's inside of them no more. No, the old Mayflower building that's close to us. They're still there, but I think it's a plywood shop now or something like that.
Okay. I think you can make it.
Yeah, I hope the east side of town is not it's still a wonderful community down there, and people are nice. They're it's some places get labeled certain things, but really we're close to downtown still, and it's a really good place to come down just to hang out. And they're in my area, come down to meet me and see me, and we'll fill you in on everything. Everything's pretty friendly down there. I just hope, that we get the road improvements and stuff like that for our side of town as well as everyone else, just so we can be a nice place, comfortable place to come walk down to the parks and hang out. No, like I said, there was huge farming because there's farms everywhere here in Greeley, especially still out east, obviously. And like I said, after 35th Avenue, they were all farms, so now it's just boomed. But yeah, it's I'm trying to think if we had any local, and I think that area was already just really established with homes, and it was already built with the schools. So I don't recall any farmland there other than out east and then out west. So.
Okay. But your family wasn't involved in like
No,
farming?
no, none of the farming. No, my grandfather's store probably was a lot more because they probably got all the corn and everything from the farmers at that particular time.
Neighborhood?
No, I just hope they all come down. I would love to see people. I love to see people here downtown. I've been here all my life, and I love Greeley. So
Yeah. Okay. Well,